Now, tomorrow, more than 1,900 protests will take place across the country against military deployment in LA. The No Kings demonstrations are also against the president's immigration policy, which include increased raids and deportations.
We're expecting multiple in Wisconsin, including here in Madison.
At 2 o'clock, protesters will march from Library Mall to the King Street corner of the Capitol Square, where the No Kings rally will take place at 3 o'clock. The demonstration will feature local speakers, including Huma Hassan of Madison Immigration Law. And she joins us now, along with Armando Ibarra from Voces de la Frontera, which is a sponsor of the rally tomorrow. Welcome to you both.
Thank you. Thank you.
Huma, you're an immigration lawyer.
Right.
Tell me why you want to speak at the rally tomorrow.
Well, tomorrow, it just seems that when we look at our government and we look at what's happening, it just seems that a lot of our rights are being taken away, you know, and it seems like we are otherizing a whole vast group of people for problems that we experience. And when I look at it, I just can't, you know, stay silent.
Armando, same question that Susan had. Why is it important for you to be up there?
Yeah, me and my family will be at the rally, at the protest tomorrow, because it's a show of solidarity with community members, immigrant, non-immigrants, and really is going to be an opportunity to express our discontent right now with this administration's attacks, not just on immigrant communities, but on diverse communities across the country.
Huma, what are the rights that you feel are being taken away, and what do you hope the impact of the rally will be tomorrow?
Well, particularly for immigrants, it's our ability to be seen and be heard in the community and to be part of the government, you know, and to be part of this community. That's what I feel. And then with the ICE raids that are happening, particularly with ICE folks being taken and abducted without due process, without a hearing, without, you know, any form of judicial oversight, those are some of the things that I find that are particularly disturbing.
And of course, there is a section of America that does support these efforts. What would you, I guess, say to them, or what story would you tell to them about this experience?
Well, I would say that, you know, enshrined in our Constitution are these rights for all humans within the boundaries of our country, and that as people that really center rights and humanity, that we should all be on the same page here, especially when it becomes a question of due process, right? And a question of education, and a question of societal well-being, that we are all in it together on both sides of the aisle here when we think about those larger, you know, those larger goals that we have as America.
Everyone is hoping that this stays calm and that it is a nonviolent protest, although there is a segment of the community that feels that perhaps they need to make a greater stand. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, I think everyone that's involved, particularly myself, and I'm sure
Absolutely.
Voices de la Frontera and other organizers have all mentioned that this is a non-violent, you know, protest. Nobody condones violence. Nobody is looking for that. It's like Armando said, it's just about us expressing our views about the government, you know, and their authoritarianism and those types of things, actions that they're taking.
Huma, I thought of another question. Do you, in your experience, and this is one of those crystal ball moments, do you foresee the Department of Homeland Security and Secretary Kristi Noem and the federal government? We talked a lot about due process. Do you foresee them facing any charges in the future for maybe not doing that?
Yeah, well, right now, I don't know. I mean, because it's up to the government. You know, the Department of Justice would have to bring those charges, and you know, that's all interplayed into into the authoritarianism of Mr. Trump. You know, so right now I can't really see that. But maybe in the future, as we look down in history, we can look at this moment and say, at least at this moment, all of us stood up and said, this is not right. This is, the due process, the lack of due process for people, the otherism of just kind of pointing out, immigrants as the other is not right, in this particular time, in this particular place.
And just very quickly, you're entitled to due process in this country, even
Yes.
if you are in this country illegally.
Yes, you are entitled to due process. And one other thing that I really do want to mention to your viewers is that if you are contacted by ICE, they are law enforcement, and you have the right to remain silent. It's a Fifth Amendment right to remain silent. You have the right against illegal search and seizures. And if you are contacted by ICE, or the best protection is to get out your phone and start recording. And if anyone is contacted by ICE, those are the things that you need to tell them, that you are invoking your Fifth Amendment right to remain silent and you do not consent to any illegal search and seizure.
Thank you both for being on with us today.
Thank you.
Good to see you both. Thank you so much.
Thank you.